Hello and welcome back to the Sport Optics Studio, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Jace, and you know him, you love him. We got Carlos from Nightforce.
Hello again.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to have you here as always. And today we're going to be talking about something that's a little near and dear to my heart. These things came in the optics world a few years ago, kind of taking the optics world by storm, and that is LPVOs. Something that kind of filled a role that was lacking in the optics market, and then one of the first manufacturers to kind of get into that and really do it really well was none other than Nightforce, of course. And today we're going to talk about a few of their options in LPVOs, specifically their ATACR 1:8 and their NX8 1:8, and a little bit of differences between the two, why may you want one or the other or both. And then, yeah, absolutely. And then with that being said, I'm gonna let Carlos talk about it.
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, what is an LPVO? So an LPVO, or low power variable optic, is something that bridges the gap between your red dot and your rifle scope. And I'm talking like a bigger, higher magnification rifle scope. So this will give you, both of these are 1:8 magnification first focal plane rifle scopes with a daylight visible red dot on low X. Now, a lot of people will say that they have a daylight visible red dot, but they never kind of explain what conditions they're shooting in to see that. We're very confident to say that at any condition, if the sun is going down behind your target, if you're shooting in a high glare environment, say white sand or snow, you're going to be able to see the reticle in these. The reticle design on these LPVOs was specifically built to have intense illumination settings on your high illumination settings. So happy about that. On the right, we have the NX8 1:8, and on the left, we have the ATACR 1:8. Both of them are similar in magnification range, but have a couple different features. Let's talk about who wants what. Start with the NX8. This is one of the shortest, lightest, first focal plane LPVOs on the market. When I look at this, it's hard to believe that you have this much horsepower built into something so small.
Yep.
Performance is great. Why I would select it is if I need to keep my package as small as possible. Think a shorter barreled rifle, something that you want to have like a skeletonized AR to keep the weight absolutely as light as possible. This is going to help you fill that. So it's really designed to be used for the lighter weight, maybe a lighter weight brush hunter that's going to be using this at low magnifications primarily. You have a target come out of the brush, you pop up, you shoot it. Or you have a smaller target in the distance that you're trying to identify. Think of this as an 8x magnifier built around a premium red dot sight. So that's how I would say the performance is on this one. Great glass, great performance all the way around, but performance-wise, I'd say it's a premium red dot with an 8x magnifier built into it. Talking about the ATACR now, let's talk about the performance of this. So you can see the difference in size and profile, like so. The performance of the ATACR is enhanced because it has a 34 millimeter body tube, extra low dispersion glass, and more key components that really help you see finer detail at greater range. And look at the difference in the eyepiece.
Sure.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
The eye box on this one might be a little bit more forgiving if you have to pull up and shoot a little bit faster. The better glass is going to help you identify and engage targets at greater distances. So if you need a premium red dot that was built into a premium rifle scope, I would go into the ATACR. A couple use cases on that would be, let's say I have a piggyback red dot that I'm going to be using on this, and I still want to keep my build overall compact and short, and I'm going to be using this at mid to high magnification. I'm going to lean a little bit harder on the ATACR. If this is going to be for a rifle that I'm going to be using at mid to intermediate ranges, the ATACR is going to help me do that, given the larger body tube and better glass. Still a great glass package in the NX8, just a little bit better for that use case. And there's about $1,000 in price difference. So you're getting a little bit more, performance for that $1,000 out of the ATACR. Whereas for right around $1,750, $1,800 with this one, we're going for a really compact package. So pretty cool. Let's talk about some of their differences. Their elevation turrets, both capped. This one does have an uncapped elevation zero stop model available. We just don't have it here on the table. The NX8 is in 2/10 mil graduations. 2/10 mil graduations on the NX8, where the ATACR has 1/10 mil. That might make it or break it for some users.
Okay.
Both of them have a rotary style illumination up to 10, and every other click that you hear right here is an offsetting. So I like to store mine in the offsetting between 5 and 6 because that's where I use my illumination, and I can always just reach up, turn it off very easily. Battery change on them, very quick, very easily. It's a CR2032. You just take the cap off, throw a new one in, turn it back, or get back to work with it.
Cool.
And both have an integrated power throw lever, or PTL, from the factory. This allows you to reach up and make a magnification change very quickly. If you have gloved hands or it's cold out, just gives you something a little extra to grab onto. So pretty happy with both of these products. If you need something light, compact, short, and a little bit more affordable, I'm gonna go for the NX8. I have one of these on a shorter barreled rifle and I absolutely love it, but I'm keeping my engagement a little bit closer.
Sure.
I have this one on a 16-inch accurized AR, and I love the performance that this one gives me at extended distances, where this one is great at mid to extended ranges. This one has a little bit of an edge over that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a good to know. That's a good selling point for either of those there. And as far as just touching on the reticle in these, I just have to mention. So no disrespect to the previous reticle in these, by no means. It was a fantastic reticle. But when y'all shifted to the newer DMX reticle, I thought that was an awesome change. I think that new reticle in these is dang near perfect.
Yeah, we definitely hit a home run with the FC DMX, but it took a little bit to get there, like you mentioned. We have the FC Mill, the FC MOA, and the FC DM, which was the predecessor to the DMX reticle. Good options, but the DMX reticle, it's more refined. It gives you a lot more benefits. Check it out on the website or on the screen. See them side by side to see the differences in both, but the FC DMX is a more evolved reticle for the more precision-oriented shooter as well.
Yeah, cool. And just to kind of talk a little bit more about the use cases on these, obviously when LPVOs hit the market and became popular, you've seen them, primarily on ARs, and that's still what they're on most of the time. They are right at home on the AR platform, but we have seen, and you touched on it a bit, but we have seen a big shift in these move into other platforms as well. A lot of guys using them, like you said, on brush guns, where you gotta throw up and shoot, you're shooting something really close up. You need to keep that field of view wide. On dangerous game hunts with kind of that same mentality. You need something lightweight, fast, maneuverable, big field of view, just be up and be there, And then we even have started to see them on like shorter bolt guns.
Right.
A lot of guys are moving to shorter bolt guns, 16, 18 inches for hunting, especially down here in the Southeast. It's pretty popular, and guys are moving towards something like this because
Absolutely.
yeah, the light transmission in them is still pretty good, and you're keeping that weight down and that field of view huge.
And the biggest benefit would probably be the red dot on that one.
Yep.
Like just pull it up, shoot it, use it like red dot.
Yep.
Another thing that I'd like to add about the ATACR, I'm just gonna brag a little bit, why not?
Go ahead.
So US SOCOM picked up the ATACR variant for their SVPS program. It's They're basically their variant of the LPVO. It's going on a Geisley URGI. Why did they choose it? Great glass, great eyepiece, bomb-proof. This thing is an absolute tank. US SOCOM runs it for those reasons. If you want to follow in that, if you're going to be using it for duty or just to train, it's a great option for those reasons.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm gonna brag on myself a little bit.
Do it.
We have those here at Sport Optics, by the way. So if it's something you're interested in, if you want something that the military literally has, look no further. We got you covered.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, man, again, you know, sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but I just can't thank you enough for always coming down here, talking to us at length about this and whatever else we got to talk about. We cover a lot, and it's always a good time, man.
It's always my pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have any questions about anything we've talked about so far, anything else we carry at Sport Optics, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are happy to talk to you at length and get you in the exact optic that you need. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff as always. Until the next time, God bless.